Hi, my name is Benjamin Katz, and welcome back to the 48 State Ice Cream Review, where today I'm at Oh Sweetie in Williams, Arizona, trying the two flavors, Churro Cheesecake and Brown Sugar Oreo. Let's get started with the Churro Cheesecake. If I may be so bold as to say, this is a perfectly churned ice cream. The consistency is so smooth, not an ice crystal perceptible. It's coming through with the cheesecake too. Usually with the churro flavor, you're getting that sort of gritty cinnamon on the tongue, and you are getting a very slight hint of that, but the cheesecake adds an extra creaminess that is sort of overpowering the cinnamon grittiness. The flavor is on point. It's not too sweet, not too savory. It is essentially, that good churro flavor, and they're even getting a bit, I don't know how they're doing it without any perceptible churro mix-in, but they are getting a bit of that taste of the dough, which I personally love the most about the churro. If I were to make one change to this already incredible flavor, I would add a caramel swirl and a fudge swirl, because those are just perfect additions to a churro in my opinion. I think this ice cream is sweet, but not so sweet that adding these extra syrups would push it over the top. Very well balanced, very well created, lacking a little bit in complexity, but still an applaudable effort added in ice cream. Let's move next to Brown Sugar Oreo. Apparently this is a fan favorite, so let's see how it is. I always love seeing shake-ups to those sort of traditional flavors. Whenever someone does something interesting with plain vanilla, plain chocolate, plain cookies and cream, plain mint chocolate chip, I'm always excited to see about how they're going to put their own individual twist and spin on these classic flavors that have been around for eons. I think adding brown sugar is great. It's a different sweetness from Oreo cream and Oreos. And overall, the whole package is, very sweet. It's not trying to mask that or hide that, not even in the title of the ice cream. But it's not overwhelming. It doesn't leave any residuals on the palate. There's no thickening of the saliva. It's still refreshing, even with how sweet it is. And I think that's applaudable. And not to mention the fact that this is churned with the exact same, beauty as the Churro Cheesecake. Both these flavors are incredibly smooth, without tasting or feeling artificial, or like they're adding sort of unnatural additives to make it this smooth. Let's try the two flavors together and see what comes of it. Yeah, and the combination just gets way too sweet, and you lose a lot of the subtlety that each of the individual flavors provides. Still, the individual flavors can more than stand on their own. I don't think you need to combine the two flavors. That said, I think Oh Sweetie is a great shop in Williams, a quintessential Route 66 town. It's very touristy, right? It's designed for people who are coming to the Grand Canyon, who saw cars, who love the song Life is a Highway, for people that idealize the old roads of America. It's not a bad thing. It's a very great aesthetic, in my opinion, and indicative of the Wild West. Whether or not the Wild West made this style or this style was made through the Wild West. Regardless, it's serving homemade ice cream in a place that you wouldn't otherwise expect it. Small batch, ultra premium, very well made. Trade-off is that it's $10 for a double, $7 for a single. That is a bit absurd. I understand the need to price, especially in touristy areas where rent can get insane and tourists will pay anything, especially since they're already probably paying a couple thousand to come here anyway, make the flights and book hotels. What's an extra $20, $30, $40 to feed the ice cream to the family? But as far as ice cream as a commodity, a luxury, this is certainly luxurious. I would always advocate for slightly lower prices, but if this is what it costs to get this quality, I'm not going to complain too much. Though I would have loved to try their elk farts flavor, which seems to be their signature flavor. They were out of it today. Very sad, but we make do with what we can. And that brings me to my closing thoughts. Oh Sweetie is serving delicious ice cream. Very well churned, great formulation of the flavors, friendly customer service, and in a town that's very Route 66, driving about, feeling the old American West. $10 is a bit steep, but I understand for a touristy town. And if you're going to the Grand Canyon, you're going to be stopping by Williams anyway. So, I would absolutely recommend stopping by Oh Sweetie, supporting this small batch ice cream shop, and getting yourself some delicious ice cream. If you like this video and want to see more like it, consider subscribing, or go to fanfiltsmarketing.com for more on the journey. Thank you.